Oh guys, I'm here at Flat Rock Camping Ground on Mutton Falls Road between Oberon and O'Connell, and I'm just gonna see if there's any trout bouncing around. This is my favourite trout fishing spot. If I can get there. It's all still very flooded after the recent rain and everything. Damn. Yeah, that works. Almost. Would have worked if it hadn't rolled. Okay. Still not as cold as it would have been at Native Dog Creek where I was just half an hour ago. Someone having a bit of a gold pan up here, that's a bit of fun. I don't have the patience for that myself, but you know. Well, I won't fish in my favourite spot. There's kids there throwing rocks and things into the water, so there won't be any fish there. G'day. Well, I might give it a quick go. Wow, the water is raging today. I'll give it a couple of flicks here, but I don't like my chances after all the rocks and things and sticks being thrown in here. But and the water is moving really, really fast. May even need a heavier jig head for this. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to either move down a bit where it's a bit quieter, or get a bigger jig head, or maybe both even. So I'll just walk down a bit and we'll see how we go a little bit further, just past all this raging water. It is down a little bit lower than when I last came here for a look-see, but it's still pumping pretty hard though. Say one thing about all this weather we've had in the last few months. While the season's been closed, geez, this place has changed. The water pumping through here, that's something I love about nature, is it's always different. It'll always change, give you a different experience. And the beauty of that is too, it's just, you just never really fully know what to expect. Good reminder too that because the water is so strong and does pump through here so hard, if you see the water over the road, any deeper than say 10 centimetres, just keep out of it. Don't be a dickhead. Oh, hey guys, I've managed to pick myself up. Oh, do I have my net? I don't want to hurt this poor little rainbow. Pick myself up a little rainbow. I can get my net out. I should have had a net ready. No, I might just have to, sorry little buddy, come here mate. Alright, so as you can see, a nice beautiful rainbow trout on the opening day of the trout season. Let's wet my hand a bit, make sure my hand's nice and juicy. Alright, come here, old mate. Oh, you beautiful thing, aren't you? Come here. There you go. Alright, let's get that tiny little hook out of your mouth. You can all have a nice, hold still. You can all have, there he goes, and he's off. Well, I was going to let him go anyway, so, and we're on the board, first trout of the season on opening day, and this is the baby that did the trick. Not sure how well you can see that, if it's focusing all right or not, but that's the one that did the trick. Gorgeous little thing, and let me tell you exactly what it was. It came in the last Tackle Club subscription box, and that was the one. The gold wing, hyper spinning flash stream runner with the feather. And I didn't get the strike, the hook up, unfortunately. I wasn't quite quick enough, and just going to give my reel a bit of a dunk because I've got a bit of sand in it just then. A bit of mud, I should say. Let's see how we go. If he's okay or not. And we'll go from there. There it goes. Yep, and we're good. We're back onto it. Okay. So let's get back in there and see what else is around. Alright guys, my reel was a little bit jimmy jammed, but I've fixed it all up. It's all good to go now. And let's get back in this water and see if there are any other rainbows in there that want to come and say hello to us. I wasn't actually doing anything special, just this spinner just flickers in the water just so beautifully. It just flickered along all by itself as I was just reeling it in. But as I'm reeling, instead of doing a jerking, I'm just sort of reel, stop, reel, pause. Just that sort of motion. Maybe a little bit of a jig, but not too much. I didn't get a chance to measure that trout, but it wasn't massive, wasn't really gigantically big. But it was still beautiful to see. And there are only small hooks on these spinners, so it didn't do too much injury to him or her. A bit of luck, we'll pull another one out. Oh, you guys probably didn't see that on camera, but another one just went to take it, but just missed. This is actually might be a pretty good little lure, this one. Let's get out there and keep the action going. Yeah, not sure if you got that on camera or not. I hope you did. But definitely something tried to go it again. Well guys, I've switched it up. This cute little, very, very colourful little baby here. Let's see if this guy gives me any joy. Just flick him out and reel him back. Ooh, he swims so nicely too in that water. Very beautiful. Quite a nice looking little lure, this one actually. And when I'm just sort of watching it swim around in the water, I'm sure I probably can't push the camera down a bit, but give it a little bit of a jerk and it just sort of floats there, doesn't sink too quick. So that might be my next retrieve, I think, a nice slow but jerky retrieve. We'll see how that works out for it. Got a nice bit of weight so it doesn't stick too close to this side. Because you can see how quick the river's moving. It's everything I cast in ends up down there very quickly. Just don't get snagged on that log over there, please, old mate, if you don't mind. And that's not a bad little tip too when you're out there, is drop your lure down and just sort of see how it actually reacts in the water, and that way you know what you'll be doing when it's further out and you can't see it. Unless you intend on buying something with a tiny little camera in it to cast out there with your lure, you've got no idea what it's doing out there in that water. You cannot see it. So, not until it gets a bit closer anyway. So what's the score today? 1 trout caught and self-released, and another one that almost took the bait and just decided not to at the last moment. Probably can't blame it. Alright, let's pop this fella back. We'll grab another one of our new ones. Thank you, Tackle Club. I might chuck the link for Tackle Club in the description of the video below. Again, really good for you guys. Get onto that. It's like Christmas every month. So this was a fella I was just using, by the way, and he probably would have got something if I'd kept trying, I suppose. But it's the Fish Arrow 3-shot. Let me hold that. Get out of my finger. That's what it was anyway. Okay. I'll pop him in my bag of tricks. Let's see what other ones we've got. Well guys, I've walked a fair bit further up. And of course it started to rain on me a bit, but I'm pretty sure it's just a passing shower. Clouds are moving so slowly it's kind of hard to tell which way they're going. But water's running a bit too fast here for my liking. But can't get up much further. It's all kind of blocked off a bit by nature, it looks it. Besides, if I keep walking, I'm going to end up in O'Connell. But I have come a fair way up from where I started, so So I thought I'd just bit of a flicker in here and see how he goes. Sent a couple of really big wombat holes on my trip. Like, I mean, some really big ones. There's one right there. Giant wombat hole. Because this one's such a light little spinner, I'm giving it a bit of a reel and then letting it rest for a moment to sink a tiny bit, and then giving it another bit of a spin, bit of a reel I mean. Yeah, I don't think the river gets any quieter as you go further up by the looks of it. So it's probably not a bad thing. There's a fence and a gate just there. Fence line goes right down almost to the water, so might be out of luck. It might be as far as we can get. I'm stopping on the way back to the car here or there just to cast a line in. Probably going to be about half an hour till I get to the car at this rate. Be alright if it stops spitting on me too. I don't think it's going to turn into a big rain shower, but just can't tell during spring. It's just the weather, especially around here, the weather just changes so quickly. Another little snake tip is when the weather's quite warm, a good spot to be careful of is actually near the water, because they'll quite often come down near the water to feed, to drink. So it's definitely something to keep an eye out for, because yeah, you don't want to run that risk. I know death from a brown snake is pretty rare these days, but doesn't mean it won't happen. If you like me out here in the middle of nowhere and probably no reception. Let me have a look. Yep, zip, nada, no service whatsoever. I get bit by a snake, I could be in a bit of trouble. So I always carry your first aid kit with you. That's what I've got in my bag. Got my snake kit, my good bandages for it. So if the worst were to happen, hopefully I'll be able to wrap it up and keep myself alive. But homeward bound we are. Keep going a bit further, watching where I put my feet. The weather's turned a bit, but the risk is still there. I'm kind of looking around for where there's the least amount of long grass as possible, to be honest. This is where the big wellies or gumboots come in handy. They protect your feet, they protect you almost up to your kneecaps, depending on what size you get. The chance of a brown snake getting a bite through a pair of those boots is pretty unlikely. But just remember, everyone, the snakes are not out to get us. They don't want us, they want nothing to do with us. They'll only bite you if they're scared, or you step on one of them or something. There's a nice little bit here. I think I fished here earlier. I don't remember. Oh, I did. I was right there. And I had that hook up that got off. Let's see if I've been gone long enough. Oh, guys, I'm almost back near where the car is. I thought I'd give this spot another go. This is where the rainbow was before. Figure I've been gone for a while now, so if I'd spooked anything before, it may have come back. Maybe I need to oil my reel. Maybe that's what the problem is. Whatever was here may have moved on by the looks of things. So I'll keep walking up a bit further. I'll walk around this tree. I don't really want to go over his, well, what's left of his fence. Thank you, tree. And thank you, farmer, for having fencing wire around the tree for me to hold on to. Oops, too far. Well guys, I think it was a very successful first day of the trout season. I think that the scoreboard stands at one definite trout caught in my hands with a self-release, which is always a good thing, and one follow and chase that would have been nice if it had grabbed it, but it didn't, but that's okay. And then one that took the bait, took the hook, but didn't hook it properly and away it went. Very, very good for a first day. Shame Native Dog Creek wasn't quite as plentiful with action, but we'll get down there another day. We'll have another go. Alright, moving slowly back to the car. A little flick here or there. Probably good because my battery's down to about 25%, I think. And the other battery hasn't finished recharging yet, so. Well guys, that's the end of today's video. Thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and just remember to subscribe if you haven't already, and tell your friends. And look at that water go. It is cranking. I think that'll, unless something comes on this hook right now, that'll do me. Alright guys, I'll pull it in. I think my reel needs a good oiling, so I'm going to take it home and do a bit of servicing. Once again, thanks for joining me everyone. Catch you later.